Hey guys, so a little bit ago, I got to see 30 minutes of footage of Lightyear. Now, it's not exactly the first 30 minutes. I got to see a long stretch. A little bit was missing, a couple of scenes where they filled us in on what was kind of going on, and then I got to see another scene, and I'm so excited to talk to you about that, plus some of the amazing information and behind the scenes secrets that I learned from the creators themselves during the early press day. So let's dive into it. Let's talk all things Lightyear. You guys, I can't wait for this movie to hit theaters on June 17th because I am dying to see what happens next. Let's talk about Lightyear. No spoilers, I promise. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so before we dive into it, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. But let's talk Lightyear. So my first impressions, my social reaction, if you will, to this footage is very, very positive. I will say at first it started off a little meh, a little slow. I was like, I don't know where they're going. I was iffy about it, okay? I'm going to be totally honest. I was a little iffy. First of all, it's weird to hear somebody else voicing Buzz, and I just wasn't sure where they were going with this, and I was like, all right, let's get there, because let me tell you, this is not Toy Story. This is very different from Toy Story. Obviously, this is like the real human being that the Buzz Lightyear toy Andy has is based off of. The way the director, Angus MacLean, put it is that this is the movie. Okay, then there is a cartoon that is based off of this very popular movie, and that is where the Buzz Lightyear toy comes from. That is Andy's toy. Also, though, Andy does love this movie. It's his favorite movie, so it's based kind of off sci-fi stuff of the late 70s, 80s movies. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, once things switch there, and they give you that, and it's not really a spoiler because it was in the second trailer, but they give you that time travel plot. Right? You realize that, oh, this is about time travel. Like, that's when I was all in. I was super intrigued, captivated. From that moment on, I was like, oh, I'm so into this movie. I was sucked in. I was staring at the screen. I was taking in everything and just waiting for more and more and more. That is when it really found its footing. And that's not to say the beginning is bad. It just feels weird, okay? You have to go into it knowing, like, this is basically going to have this cinematic look, right? It's going to look like a beautiful movie versus like a Toy Story movie, okay? It's cinematic and chunky is what the director described that he wanted his creative team to plan in this movie, and they do really pull it off. It looks beautiful. They actually created a virtual IMAX camera in order to really fully capture the cinematic view of this movie, this animated film, and it's absolutely stunning, I'll tell you that, which you guys can see from the trailer. The cast is amazing. Let's talk about Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. He was their one and only choice, and he's such an animation fan that he actually attended the animation dailies, which is really cool and really, really fun. I love that he did that. He even gave a pep talk to the team in true Buzz Lightyear fashion. But he was a main choice for several reasons, okay? It was very important for them to differentiate the voice from Tim Allen's voice because this is not the toy. This is not that cartoon version. This is the film version, and they needed someone else, and that voice is so iconic that you could end up trying to copy it and imitate it, so it was important that they chose someone completely different. So that is where Chris Evans comes into play. They wanted someone who was able to be a little bit poking fun at themselves, right? Which we all know Chris Evans is very, very good at. He's not like goofy, but he can make fun of himself, laugh at himself, which was important. They wanted someone who can handle a man out of their time. Captain America, maybe. He's done this before. They wanted someone who can handle a dramatic role, but still be comedic, which again, this is Chris Evans all over the place. This just reads Chris Evans. So he very much captured the spirit that they were looking for, and he was their one and only choice, and they were thrilled that he said yes. I mean, they needed someone who could be heroic and come off as heroic, but not arrogant. And that is really where Chris Evans comes in. Of course, we've also got James Brolin as Zurg, which they didn't tell us too much about. They just said Zurg is full of surprises. The one really cool thing is that Zurg is reimagined into a giant mecha robot. He's amazing in this movie. He's so badass. The pictures that we saw, oh my gosh, he's incredible. He's got gadgets all over the place. He's got a lot up his sleeve that I can't wait to see play out in the film because I did not get to see it in the footage. He's very heavily inspired by the mecha Japanese anime, which is very obvious when you look at his design. Very, very cool stuff. Super exciting. And then, of course, we have the cute factor, the aww, the adorable little sidekick, Socks, who is just adorable. He's like kind of just a brilliant little robotic, limited animation sidekick. And that was what the director said was important. He loves limited animation, and he wanted it to be that there is no way, never for 1 second will you mistake Socks for being a real cat. He is very clearly a robotic animal companion for Buzz, meant to be his constant as he travels through time. Now, the film itself is, they describe it really, really well. It is basically the dark side of nostalgia, right? Buzz is constantly trying to get back to the past to fix an issue, a problem that he created, fix his mistakes of his past. And, you know, he's here in the future now, and he's left everything, right? He's left the people he knows. He's left the world he knows, and things are different. Things are crazy. He finds this ragtag group of people, which we did just really see in the trailer. Taika Waititi, incredible. He's so funny. And just an absolute joy of a human being is Taika. Like, he's just so funny. He makes everything hilarious. So I love seeing him, and the moments that I saw in the footage and then the moments that we saw in the trailer. He's so much fun. But yeah, this movie it's feels like it's going to explore some dark stuff, right? The dangers of living in the past, the dangers of nostalgia. Very, very interesting, especially when you're looking at something compared to Toy Story, which is literally, you know, a franchise that has been around forever. There's already 4 movies, and this is different, right? This is from the Toy Story world, yes, but it needed to be different, and it needed to be completely different, and many factors differentiate it, and I think they really, really pulled it off. So in the 30 minutes that I saw, like I said, all in, I adore Socks. I love Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, which I was not expecting. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Taika is hilarious. Like, everyone is so great, and the plot is extremely interesting, captivating, intriguing, and I just cannot wait for more. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on videos like this one. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky, and be sure to head to MamasGeeky.com to learn more about that early press day that I attended and see a ton more photos. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.